Oh, shit. Guess the fuck what, boys? You know what today is? Today is our WrestleMania extravaganza episode, fellatio, whatever you want to call it. We are live on Facebook. We are recording audio as well because I figured I'd be doing a disservice if I didn't also put it out there for people that just want to listen rather than watch us be stupid. I also like how featured the Beatles poster is in the back. Nothing else is except a little bit of the Joker. And it's I got my friend Matt Spooner here, and our video engineer Joshua Marcella. Taylor dips out because he doesn't really keep up with wrestling anymore, which just makes sense. What's he going to sit here and talk about? He's going to bring Sergeant Slaughter. That's Hulk Hogan. WrestleMania 7. So tomorrow is WrestleMania 35 at MetLife Stadium. 2 of the 3 parties here will be attending. One will not be just because he's a vacation coming up and he is being fiscally responsible. Is that the right way to describe it?
That is the right way to describe it.
The truth is, going to WrestleMania it's going to spend a lot of money there. Like, I'm grateful the landlord's coming because she's the only thing that's preventing me from spending entirely too much money. Like, oh shit, that's the original, that's Ultimate Warrior yellow Intercontinental title. Yes, I will spend $400 on it.
Which I almost convinced
Or
Taylor
like
to
Taylor,
buy
that's a piece of the
$1,000.
mat that AJ Styles debuted on.
Like, the best part of it, that was so funny because so AJ Styles had just
a
debuted.
shit ton of fucking
Yeah, he had to pay to get it shipped back.
Yeah.
And now he doesn't keep up with wrestling at all.
Nope.
So it's quite funny. So as I said, as I sip my coffee that I'm sure somebody's spitting, this is our WrestleMania 35 episode. We're going to go through some predictions, breakdowns of the matches. We can start out by talking about NXT from last night. Josh, did you get to watch NXT TakeOver?
I did not.
You should. Take some time to watch it. It was fantastic.
Yes.
As usual, TakeOver delivers. It was very, very good. The match of the night for me was Velveteen Dream and Matt Riddle.
I agree.
Cole and Gargano was great, but there's something about both Dream and Riddle.
I think it's the characters that got me on
it. They're fucking fantastic, man. I enjoy everything they do. They're exactly the kind of guys I want to see. They have the right idea on how that crowd should be worked. Dream especially.
What did Marcel say?
Yeah, can you see the comment?
I can't make that far.
Okay.
I guess I can probably see it right on Facebook.
Call him Nick Marcella because my sister
Nick
is getting
said this
engaged.
show sucks.
Okay, my sister's getting engaged to another guy named Nick, so I just call my brother Nick Marcella now.
Makes sense.
No, call him Nicholas Marcella because he'll probably hate it. Does he hate
probably.
being called Nick Marcella?
I don't know.
Call him Nicholas.
Just stop walking.
Actually, can you just call him Nicholas instead?
No, I'm not
From
gonna
now,
do that.
Nicky?
No.
I could go with another one.
Walter last night.
Walter,
Nicholas.
this Nicholas.
Oh wait, no, you can't because Nicholas is there's Nicholas, a former tag champion. That's already.
Oh yeah, the bronze partner from last year.
Shut up. I forgot about that. So NXT was good. The crowd was great again. I still wish they didn't do it at fucking Barclays Center because they doing all this shit at Barclays in Brooklyn was so stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think people realize they don't live around here. Going to Brooklyn isn't particularly easy. It's not
hard.
It's not
It really
particularly
is.
convenient.
No.
Like, it's one thing if you're going for one big event, but if you want to do all this stuff this weekend, which I initially wanted to do, it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
On top of the, you got to buy tickets for individual things, but then to pay for all the travel, potential parking, which is a nightmare in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good.
Yeah.
We have a friend that went to Access by himself today. Just like everything else in his life. Won't say his name, Colucci. And
I immediately assumed that was
it
him.
was very, very good. So I'm very excited for WrestleMania tomorrow. This will be our 3rd WrestleMania.
Yes.
The second one at
You're
MetLife.
third, too.
No, he's not going.
Oh, yeah.
Remember?
that's
It would
right,
be
you're
if I
not
was going.
Yeah, remember his fiscal responsibility.
Fuck off.
So
Fuck the responsibility, not you.
So it should be a really, really fun card. It's gonna be a very long card. The pre-show starts at 5:00. And
Does it? My ticket says 5:30.
no, the doors open I think at 4:30, and the first match. I actually have the match card up here, so we'll go through that, and then I have some trivia, some fun trivia and games. But before we do that, why don't we
Are the prizes?
No, there's no prizes. I have prizes for tomorrow. It's going to be at WrestleMania tomorrow. Look for where I will tell you are. You watch, I listen. Will be on location. We're going to be doing trivia, some giveaways. I have some autographed pictures of wrestlers, which is really cool. I have a Hulk Hogan autograph. I have a Virgil autograph, a Goldust autograph. I got a whole bunch I'm going to be giving away. I'm giving out tickets for selected or gift cards for selected ticket for $10 off for any ticket, any event. So those will be going out. Look for our post about where we will be on location. So before we do that, why don't we start out by saying your favorite WrestleMania and your favorite WrestleMania match ever? Josh, the floor is yours.
Got to give it to me first, I guess.
Yes.
Shit.
But you're not going. You're on the spot.
I guess the sentimental pick would be WrestleMania Dallas. It was a good WrestleMania.
Yeah.
But I think that just the fact we were there for
being
my bachelor party, you guys surprised me with it.
Yes.
And the best moment of that night for me was not even it wasn't even what happened in the wrestling match. It's what happened in our row in reaction to what happened when Zack Ryder won the Intercontinental Championship
in a very good
and
ladder match.
Manfro lost it.
Yeah, Manfro went fucking nuts about that. Like, and that was the last guy anyone thought we would win that match. On top of it, like, no one gave Zack Ryder a chance.
No.
Fucking stupid. So, WrestleMania Dallas, favorite WrestleMania match ever.
Favorite WrestleMania match ever is Butterbean versus
Bart Gunn.
Bart Gunn.
Dude, I was watching. I just watched that the other night. Yo, that is one of the all-time clean knockouts in anything. He got fucking killed.
Yeah.
It was fucking ridiculous. Like, he got dropped once, and the second one put him through. He's like, he didn't break his neck on the rope when he fell. That was,
He was out before he
brutal.
landed.
Like, and the whole thing that's funny about that is that apparently it was almost punishment because they wanted Dr. Death, Steve Williams, to win the Brawl for All, and he got knocked out in the first round by Bart Gunn. But, like, Tough Guy Bradshaw knocked out.
Yeah.
Like, who else?
It was a stupid concept.
It was
awful.
It would probably work better now because the athletes are better now, and they actually have guys that come from backgrounds. But it also means the potential of someone getting hurt badly is much higher.
Or you could just watch UFC.
Yeah, that's true too. But there is something to the idea of bums, like guys that aren't fighters, fighting. Like, why do you think when you're at a sporting event? I was just telling this story the other day, Matt, the one UFC we went to when it was Roy Nelson versus Czech Congo.
Yes.
And Roy Nelson's coming out to Born in the USA. And then the seats below us at Prudential Center is one of the craziest sporting event brawls I've ever seen. We're talking like 12 people to Born in the USA, beers flying, chicks are punching each other, dudes are on the ground punching each other, and the whole crowd is going, ah! There's a
And
video
Roy Nelson is coming out like, wow,
and
he's
then
getting a huge pop.
And then Roy Nelson got a big knockout over Czech Congo.
Yes.
All right, so Spooner, your favorite WrestleMania and your favorite WrestleMania match.
Ooh, all right, so favorite WrestleMania, I think it's kind of like as a whole.
Yeah, your favorite WrestleMania pay-per-view.
So I think growing up, probably WrestleMania 10, seeing 2 Bret Hart matches in one, him finally beating Yokozuna was a huge one for me. Modern day, probably it's a similar situation. WrestleMania 30.
Okay.
Daniel Bryan overcoming the odds.
That whole card was really good
Yeah.
too. I mean, the first match on the pay-per-view was the best match Triple H had in years
Yes.
and has had since. And he actually worked mat wrestling, which isn't necessarily his style.
Yeah.
Fantastic match, told a great story. So those are 2 good choices. Match.
WrestleMania match, I think that's tough. It's really tough. Probably, I think just storyline and the match quality and everything. I think it's probably Hogan and Warrior and Savage.
That's a great one, and the fact that Savage is willing to let Warrior pin him like that is pretty crazy. My personal favorite WrestleMania is always going to be WrestleMania 17.
Okay.
To me, top to bottom, every match was good. There really was not a bad match. You had some unbelievable moments. You could say whatever you want about the Stone Cold heel turn, but at the time, it was like, holy shit. And that was the best match that Rock and Stone Cold ever had at Mania of the 3. My favorite WrestleMania match, I did my Facebook or the website on You Watch I Listen for my 35 best WrestleMania matches, and it was Shawn Michaels and Undertaker from WrestleMania 25. If I was removing that match from the equation, the one that I think gives me like the most feels, like when I'm watching it, I'm like, holy shit, I wish I was there, is Rock and Hogan from WrestleMania 18. Just the way those 2 guys, there may never have been 2 better wrestlers at feeling the pulse of a crowd as a match is happening, and to have the acknowledgement that Hogan wasn't going to be able to work heel in this match and build it like that. And a dark horse favorite for me is not a conventional pick, but it's one of the most entertaining matches ever, is Hulk Hogan and Vince McMahon street fight.
Yeah.
Because they just beat Vince's faces in that match. When he comes up with the blood on his face from underneath the mat, shows you why the Mr. McMahon character is one of the all-time great characters in professional wrestling. So I'm a big fan.
So for me, also just shock value moment would probably be Seth Rollins cashing in too.
That was a huge moment, and the truth is, before that, the Reigns and Lesnar match was fantastic.
That was a great
match.
They just beat the hell out of each other, and all of a sudden you see this cash in. And
okay, so let's get into WrestleMania 35 predictions. And the pre-show kickoff is the Cruiserweight Championship between Buddy Murphy and Tony Nese. I'm a big fan of Buddy Murphy. He has been as consistent a performer in the WWE recently. I try to watch 205 Live when I can, but I don't get to catch every episode. But anytime I see him wrestling, when I put him on the pay-per-views, he is unbelievable Buddy Murphy. He is fantastic. Tony Nese is pretty good too, and I know a lot of the hardcores are very happy he's finally getting his shot. I think it'd be a mistake to take it off Buddy Murphy right now because he's actually getting some like build and like hype on 205 Live because he's been a long-time champion. I think that's the best way you get hype is you have someone that's a champion for an extended period of time. Yeah. I think these two are going to kill it. The building is going to have like 25,000 people in it at that point, like maybe less to watch it, unfortunately.
If the same
it happened to Neville and Austin Aries, and they killed it at WrestleMania, and the crowd was like barely in there. Yeah. I think these two will kill it, but I think Buddy Murphy retains. I don't know about you guys.
I think Buddy Murphy retains as well. And it depends.
Nese is really good. Nese is really good.
Getting into the stadium, if we have the same fucking issue as we did last time with the tickets not scanning.
That was a problem with Dallas specifically. I haven't heard about happening at all.
Hopefully that crap doesn't happen. But
yeah,
I want to get in. I do want to.
We didn't have problems getting to Dallas. Everyone else did.
Yeah, that's true.
Josh, what do you think?
I think Murphy's going to win it. I agree totally with what you said. Having a long-term champion is good for 205 Live.
Absolutely.
205 Live is still kind of an afterthought.
Absolutely.
I'd like to see it not be
the pictures of the building when they film 205 Live, like everyone leaves and it sucks, but they kill it. They kill it every single time. Yeah. But I think we're all in agreement about Buddy Murphy. These ones will be tougher to pick. The women's battle royal.
Asuka.
You think Asuka?
Yeah.
I don't. I think Lacey Evans wins.
Oh, I think they finally have her do something.
She's doing things. She's interrupting matches and segments randomly. That's something, I guess.
Yeah.
I like Lacey. It's weird. She has a lot of talent, but she's really green. And I don't want them to put her in a position where she comes up and it's just like, who was one? They did that to someone recently where they tried putting a woman in a spot that Carmella. Not ready for that at all. Yeah. She got significantly better than when she debuted, but when she can't work a good match with fucking Charlotte Flair, not too good. Charlotte Flair could pull a good match out of almost anyone, and Carmella couldn't work multiple good programs with her. Yeah.
Asuka. What killed Carmella was Asuka too. She immediately went into a feud.
I think Carmella killed Carmella. She kind of stunk. Yeah. She stunk the joint up. She was good at being a heel, but the performances were so lackluster. There was nothing enjoyable about them. The gimmick was good, but the matches stunk. She got way better than when she first debuted,
correct, yes.
But it still isn't good enough. I think if you really want to give Lacey Evans any type of like something to build off of since she hasn't wrestled yet, make it come down to her and Asuka. Like Asuka just eliminated 2 people, and then Lacey Evans comes up and eliminates her, gets her some heat, and then she can do her fucking the Southern Belle bullshit. But she's a good athlete. This is a good place to showcase her. Like she debuted at the Rumble. I would
see Mandy Rose kind of as
I could see Mandy Rose or Sonya Deville. You could see Mandy Rose or Sonya Deville for the simple reason that they've been teasing the split of them, and they've both gotten significantly better since coming up to the main roster.
Yes.
I actually don't think Asuka will. I think it's better for Asuka losing to someone that she could build a program with because she wins this. And where is Asuka? I'm not a big fan of Asuka, but this is the thing.
I'm not at all.
This is
she can't talk.
Well, that's racist. But no, this is my point. So yeah, exactly. So with Asuka, so she just lost the title after a long reign in sudden fashion 2 weeks before WrestleMania, right? She wins the Battle Royal. What the fuck does that do for her?
Yeah,
nothing. Yeah. It does more for someone that if they're splitting up a team, a stable, or building a rivalry. And Lacey Evans eliminating her would build a rivalry. And because the original rumor was that Lacey Evans was going to have a program with Asuka at WrestleMania, and then it was Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. So that's why I'm going with Lacey Evans. Matt, your thoughts? Who's going to win it?
I said the dark horse. I think what's her name? Mandy.
Mandy. Okay,
Rose,
Mandy. Okay. The next one is the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. It seems like the consensus favorite, the Vegas betting favorite, is Braun Strowman to win again. He's going to get the big spot with the SNL guys that I didn't know who they were before they debuted. Yeah. I was like, they're on there. They're like, these guys are on SNL. I'm like, oh, they must be new. Oh, they've been hosting Weekend Update for a few years. I said, oh. I was like, people still watch that shit. Yeah. I guess Braun has to be the favorite because they've been working this whole, crossover angle. I'm sure he's going to be on SNL tonight.
Has there been anybody in wrestling over the last 20 years more bungled than they have bungled Braun Strowman?
There certainly is. I'm having a hard time thinking of it.
They tried to do it with Daniel Bryan till the takeover.
Samoa Joe. A little bit with WWE, Sting debuting and losing both matches. That there's definitely been others, but Braun is someone I think he probably takes the cake for the simple reason that he was so fucking over. He still is too. Like he still gets a big pop, but this is the problem. You shouldn't be a guy his size in WWE. Like we think about unless you're the Undertaker, you got to think Undertaker never went into WrestleMania as champion, never defended the title at WrestleMania. Kane, he's a legendary Hall of Fame, never had a really significant title run. Show never had a crazy long like pillar title run because big men can lose and still be a threat. So it's like a loss doesn't hurt them as bad as it does a smaller guy.
Yeah.
So I agree completely. They bungled him, but that's why when I see one of these monsters that can move a little bit, I'm like, oh, he's not going to be like a monster like he should be.
Yeah.
Like I don't know the last Samoa Joe, they should have done the same thing. He should just come up and wreck everyone, which
Kind of
doesn't.
what he did with Rollins when he debuted.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess Braun wins it. I guess a dark horse for me would be Kurt Hawkins to break the streak in kind of his hometown. I still think there's a good chance that it's Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder against the Revival for the tag titles. Whatever so my pick here, whatever Kurt Hawkins is involved with, he's going to win. They're going to create like that Zack Ryder moment from Dallas where they're going to keep hyping up, oh, his losing streak, and then he's going to get a huge pop because he's a local guy. They're going to say from New York City, him and Zack Ryder both. They win, WrestleMania moment. They probably lose the titles back the next night on Raw, most likely to some debuting tag team or to Ricochet and Aleister Black.
Yeah.
So it's either, for me, it's Braun or Gronk. You think they're going to put Gronk in it?
Yeah,
it wouldn't surprise me. I don't even know who else is in this.
No
fucking clue.
I don't think anyone really knows who it is.
Apollo Crews is the only other one I know.
Apollo Crews.
So
that's another guy that they
with...
completely destroyed.
They brought him up too fast.
There was nothing to destroy. He came up and he smiled and he does some athletic shit.
Yeah,
they didn't keep him in NXT long
he
enough.
Got brought up entirely too early.
Yes.
Sick athlete. Yes. Sick athlete. But he has like zero ability to connect on camera. Like none, like negative. Like the camera wants to turn itself off when he's on.
He's like a baby Lashley.
Yeah, you know what he is? He is a less charisma version of Finn Balor. Because Finn Balor, he's another one I could say injuries kind of bungled it. His gimmick is smiling. That's all Finn Balor does.
Yeah.
Like that was what Christian used to do.
And he has the Balor Club of one man.
Yeah, Balor Club. So who are your picks for the Battle Royal?
I'll go with Braun.
I don't know who's in it, so I'm going on.
Dig everyone. You can mean anyone. Fucking just throw someone out there. Gold Dust. Bray Wyatt comes back and wins
I'll go
it.
with Braun.
Okay. Next we have, I think that's it for the pre-show. Oh no, actually the Raw Tag Team Championship match is the Revival and Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. So that match is happening on the pre-show.
It is definitely.
Yes.
Okay.
Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins.
Yeah.
Vince is going to split up the Revival the next night and let them live in purgatory until their contracts are up.
Yeah,
1000%.
Did you hear about them taking pictures with
yeah, but the thing I read about that, they took a picture, but people were saying that they made all these comments and stuff, and Dave Meltzer's reporting it. Meltzer's also the same guy. Don't forget that during the classic Bash at the Beach, Hulk Hogan joins the NWO when people were wondering who the secret member was of the Outsiders. He's the one that Dave Meltzer told everyone it was Mabel. What? Because some fan told him they overheard at an event that Mabel was. This is 100% true. He ran in the Observer that Mabel was the secret member of the Outsiders. So he hears things from fans happening at events. It very well probably did happen, but when it comes to fan hearsay, fans just say things sometimes.
Yeah.
Dude, we have a friend, Larry, who messages me these articles from like old school WWF that's like the dumbest clickbait shit. I'm like, stop it. Grow up, leave me alone. Like, you got to stop with that. But in this match, I see no way Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins lose. There's no way. This is the right time to end the losing streak that they've been building up and then have him just go right back on another long losing streak. Give him a moment, whatever. He's a fucking trooper with everything he does. He does all the media engagements. He deserves it. I love the Revival, but that ship has sailed. They have one of the best tag team matches on TV I saw in years last week with Ricochet and Aleister
awesome.
Black. The finish was perfect, old school, like 80s, 90s tag team heel finish. Fantastic. I got to pick Ryder and Hawkins. I think they'll have a really good match, too, because we know Hawkins and Ryder can both go if they need to, and the Revival is one of the few true tag teams that do tag team wrestling.
And the Revival's only chance because they asked for their release. So the WWE gave it to them, and now they haven't won a match since.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Vince was like, oh, this is what you want? Now deal with this. Yeah.
But one thing I did hear that they're unveiling new tag titles.
Yeah, I'm excited because I'm tired of the fucking penny tag titles. Go back to the 90s
they look like
ones.
dimes.
Yeah.
The 80s, 90s.
80s, 90s tag titles are my favorites still. So I hope that's the case. But what about you? What are you picking, Josh?
I'm going to go with Ryder and Hawkins.
And you're the same way, Ryder and Hawkins win it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be, listen, while we say this, we're all in agreement. Them throwing us a curveball and the Rival winning is kind of like, oh shit, like, because we sound all set on this. I like when they kind of, like last year in WrestleMania with Brock and Roman, all of us thought Roman was winning. And then when Brock won, we're like, oh shit, Like, not expecting that. Surprised me sometimes.
Yeah.
This wouldn't be like the biggest surprise because really, who gives a shit? All right. So now the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Usos versus Ricochet and Aleister Black versus The Bar versus Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura. Who wants to start this one out?
Who cares?
Yeah. I go with the Usos just because I like them the most out of that whole group of people.
I'm going to say Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura win the tag team titles.
They need to.
I think I think that
titles.
the crowd is going to be hot for Rusev.
Yeah.
It's either going to be them or The Bar. I don't think the Usos retain.
I don't think the Usos retained because of all that crap that came out about one of the Usos. And
But they gave it two of the titles after all that happened.
I know.
Literally that week they won the tag titles after he got a DUI or arrested for disorderly conduct.
It wouldn't surprise me if they kind of do like how the women's tag team titles are, and they kind of have Ricochet and Aleister Black win today or tomorrow, and then win the other ones from Ryder and Hawkins on Monday.
Yeah, I do think Rusev and Nakamura win it because I think they know they have. I think with a minimum they know with Rusev they have something.
Yeah.
So I think that would be the right move. I just don't think the Usos retain this time.
I don't think so
either. They're the kind of tag team. Have they ever won it at Mania?
The Usos?
No, they haven't.
No.
So
their first Mania match was last year.
Yeah, last year.
And they lost to the Bludgeon Brothers.
Yeah. All right, so I'm picking Rusev and Nakamura. Matt,
I'm gonna go with Black and Ricochet.
All right, and you say the Usos retain?
Yep.
Okay, that should be a good match though because they'll get some big spots. You got a couple big guys that can catch the smaller guys that are doing all their flippy shit.
Yep.
Okay, so Kurt Angle's farewell match versus Baron Corbin. Big deal, obviously. The great Kurt Angle, Hall of Fame Kurt Angle's last match in WWE, last match, hopefully ever. Doesn't pull some Ric Flair shit and go to TNA and just do dumb stuff.
Can I take this one?
Absolutely, go for it.
So this is what I envision. Kurt Angle and Baron Corbin get in the ring. Kurt Angle squashes Corbin in 10 seconds.
Hits him with an ankle slam.
Rolls
Rolls into an ankle lock, taps him out.
Yep.
Celebrates. John Cena's music hits.
Yep.
That's kind of what I've been thinking too.
too.
I didn't think that specifically. I thought that like Corbin is going to come out first, and then Kurt Angle comes out, and then Corbin's going to get in the mic and say all kinds of shit. Cena comes out, hits him with the AA, and then they agree to. Cena will say something. Let's finish this like I started it.
Mhm.
Like I'm on the same wavelength with you. I definitely think Cena is going to come out during that because everyone has said Cena is confirmed for a WrestleMania match. And I think that's the best way to do it. There's only one other thing I could see Cena working, which we'll get into later.
Yeah.
But what about you? Are you in agreement?
100% on board with Josh. I think that's exactly how it's
I didn't think the moment they announced it and there was so much backlash,
Yes.
and then the next week on Raw, or it was even that night when they were talking about the fans are so angry about this.
Yeah.
The fact that they kept saying about that the
yes.
fans think it should be someone else. Like, there's no way that it's not going to be that it's going to be this. And there's only one way you can make this work if this ends up what it is. Angle has to win. More often than not, when it's a young up-and-coming wrestler, I say the older guy goes out on his back. But with someone like Baron Corbin, he should not be retiring Kurt Angle.
No.
It should be a younger guy
Yes.
that has some actual momentum, like a Finn Balor type, a Seth Rollins, or Roman Reigns, someone that you know is going to be in the main event picture. I've never been a Baron Corbin fan. He's got a couple great power moves, and that's about it.
He's a good moveset.
That's about it. But he's got actual, like, he has heat, but it's go away heat. It's not like we're happy you lost heat. It's get the fuck off camera heat. So we're all in agreement that Cena's going to come out, and I think Cena will do like he did for the Undertaker and let Angle go out with a victory, have a big moment.
I'm 50-50 on who's going to win the match, but
I think if it's Cena, that Angle will win. I think that he would want to do that because last year he wanted to do that for Taker.
Correct.
So I think that's how it goes. I think that Angle will go out with a victory regardless. I think that if it ends up being Baron Corbin, Angle has to win. I
agree
because it wouldn't be like heat like booing him like that. It would just be like it wasn't like heat like when Roman Reigns beat the Undertaker where they were booing him because they were angry that he won and this is my yard. Yeah. It'll be like heat like you fucking jamoke. We don't like you. Yeah. Go away. All right, so we're in agreement there. The Miz versus Shane McMahon, Falls Count Anywhere. I'm excited for this one.
Yeah.
It's crazy the Miz is getting like cheers. I don't know one time ever.
Even the couple of times that they flirted with turning him face in the past.
He still got booed.
Yeah.
Because I think there's one side of it where people, me especially, he'll tell you, I've always hated the Miz.
Yeah.
In the last 2 years when he started that program with Daniel Bryan as a GM on Talking Smack, I'm like, yo, this guy's getting really good. And everything
finally clicked.
Yeah, it clicked. It clicked for me. His matches have been really good. His character is fantastic. In this match, I really don't know. It's such a coin flip for me.
Yeah.
The question is, what is Shane McMahon jumping off of?
Yeah.
Did you see the leaked pictures of the set?
No.
He's fucking jumping off something.
Oh yeah.
Yo, the stage is crazy. There's no Statue of Liberty or
Damn.
it's the Brooklyn Bridge. It's the Empire State Building. The Statue of Liberty. None of that, but they have like the New York skyline. It's a crazy set.
That's awesome.
You got to think Shane's jumping off something or getting thrown off something.
Yeah.
I would think it's more likely he gets thrown off something because the jumping off something is a babyface thing. And with Shane as the heel, it makes more sense for him to like try to jump off something, and then Steve Blackman hits him with the kendo stick and it falls.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Shane. I think Shane's gonna win. I think because the Miz getting cheered is such a rare thing that him getting beat gives Shane more heat than it would cheers for the Miz winning, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Essentially because you have Shane as a heel, you're gonna work it for a while. You know what I mean? Especially an authority type figure where he can just put himself in situations. Now the question is, he had Insanity come out and help him. Is that like the new Mean Street Posse for Shane? No, I'm serious. Like, are they going to come out in this match and help him? Because that's a good idea. Because Sanity's kind of just been in limbo since they came up, and they're too talented not to be doing something.
Yeah.
So I think Sanity gets involved in this match, gets kind of crazy. Maybe Mrs. Dad comes out. So I'm going with Shane in this match. Matthew, what do you think?
I'm 50-50 on this. I could see it going either way. My original thought was, the Miz is going to come in, go over and everything. But just the way I see Mania panning out, just too many faces that are going to win. And you have to have a heel win.
Sure.
I think Shane wins, but now the question is, like you said, with Sanity, who's going to come out and help him?
Yeah.
Because he's not going to beat him clean.
No way.
Can't have him beat the Miz clean.
No way. It's got to be something like maybe Miz takes a big bump off there. And Shane jumps down with an elbow or something. I never seen Miz take a bump like that that I can remember. But
he's been very, very safe.
Who knows? And Josh, what do you think?
I'm going to stick with Miz on this one.
Okay.
To me, Shane's getting so old that it doesn't make sense that he should be winning these types of matches.
Yeah.
But
So while we say that, can you see the Miz being a face for that long?
No.
That it's like it hurts him if Shane wins. Like that's the thing. Like Miz is such a good heel that you can't really work him as a face for too long. Like they'll have this match and they'll probably do one at Payback as the next one after this.
Yeah.
And I think that's when the program probably ends, and that's when Miz goes over. Let him have that because it's building towards the next big pay-per-view, which is SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I don't know though. This is probably the biggest coin flip of a match for me besides one of the major matches.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be an exciting match though, because Shane the last few years at Mania has delivered. I thought his match with AJ Styles was way better than I was expecting it today.
Oh yeah.
I was shocked at how good that was. And then so we'll see. I really don't know. It's going to be fun though. I'm excited for it. Anytime you see Shane live, you're going to get something fucking crazy.
Like you said, he's either going to jump or fall off something.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so the women's tag team championship match: Sasha Banks and Bayley as champions, defending against Beth Phoenix, Natalya, Nia Jax, Tamina, and the Iconics. I love Peyton Royce. I think Beth Phoenix and Natalya. I think that they want to give Natty another WrestleMania moment. You have Beth Phoenix coming back. I don't see how they try and waste that because she's actually looked great since coming back.
Yeah,
and it's so funny because watching these old Manias, she was so ahead of her time.
Oh, definitely.
She was very good at in ring. Not a great gimmick or character, although her and Santino were pretty funny. I think it's going to be Beth Phoenix and Natalya. I don't think Sasha Banks and Bayley retain regardless. I don't think. And in this match, the only other baby faces are Natalya and Beth Phoenix.
Yeah.
So I think Natalya and Beth Phoenix win.
I think they
It's going to
retain.
be a terrible match. Terrible match.
I think Gut says they're going to retain. If they don't, then probably Natalya, Beth Phoenix.
Yeah.
I don't see the Iconics
If
going
they
over.
give
I
it
don't
to
see
Tamina and Nia, I'm going to punch Richie in the fucking jaw. Like, that's going to be my first instinct. Wherever he's sitting, I'm be like, Richie! Just fucking punch him in the mouth.
I think out of it, the Iconics have no chance of winning. If anything,
that would be
it's gonna
dope, man, if they won, because they are so annoying that I
Yes.
love it. I love it. The both of them. They're so, that
So-
gimmick is so irritating.
They
and
probably
people hate
need
it so
to win
much.
more than anybody.
Yeah, honestly, probably Nia and Tamina because they don't win shit. Tamina is the
Because they're
fucking
both terrible.
I know it's so bad
They're
how
terrible.
bad they are, but like as bad as Nia is, she is like Ric Flair compared to Tamina.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even kidding. Like Tamina, what does she do? She jumps off the rope.
She does a
Like,
super fly splash.
She does a worse splash than present day Jimmy Snuka would. Like, and then Nia just botches. She couldn't fucking pick up Sasha Banks in the last match they had where
She's awful.
she fell. Like the only times I've seen Nia have good matches are with Charlotte and Ronda Rousey, and I give those two credit more than I ever give Nia. Like she doesn't know her strength, which I there's a side of me that sympathizes because there's no one to compare to her. Yeah. Like when she punches someone, it's like if Big Show was only facing Rey Mysterio types, he's gonna hurt him. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's a difference, and it's harder to sell when these girls can push you and you don't even fucking budge. But she stinks, and her attitude sucks. Yeah. So my pick is Beth Phoenix and Natalya. Josh,
I think Sasha and Bayley retain.
Boo. I fucking hate the two of them.
Yeah.
I hate the two of them. Ugh.
I like Sasha, but Bayley sucks.
Dude, did you see the botches that Sasha had on Monday?
Yeah.
She tried her move twice, that one where she does like the running bulldog off the turnbuckle, missed the fucking top turnbuckle. Then she goes to do it again, misses again. I'm like, this fucking jerk stinks. She's the fucking worst. Colucci sending me pictures of him and Titus Worldwide. Oh, dude, this is a dope shirt. Look at this. It's the Ric Flair with the Wu-Tang.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's pretty dope. And then I like this Mr. and Mrs. Met with, dude, it's the Woo W. Look at that.
I know.
And then Mr. and Mrs. Met with the titles.
Is that better than my NWA shirt?
No shot.
Which, by the way, future WWE champion Kofi Kingston said he liked it.
Yes, we'll get to that sooner before you give away. Spoiler alert! The next match, United States Championship, Samoa Joe versus Rey Mysterio. I guess that's kind of in limbo because we don't know how healthy Rey Mysterio is, which further leads me to believe that Samoa Joe's winning regardless. Yeah. But the factor of his son is going to be ringside, who's been training with. I hope they put his son in. They do a custody battle. Again,
yes,
like an Eddie Guerrero.
It's the same Dominic.
Dude, it's the same Dominic. I remember watching that match when it aired, when it was live on pay-per-view, and my sister was like super young, and kids that age love Rey Mysterio. My sister loved Rey Mysterio, and she was so confused. And my dad is like, fucking put the little kid in the cage rather than court papers. Imagine Dominic swinging from up there.
The best part is like, how is this legal in the court?
Yeah, exactly. The judge is like, all right, picture like Judge Judy. All right, listen, I understand it's a family squabble. We're going to settle this. And you go on one-on-one with the Undertaker. So Dominic, how is he that tall compared to his dad? He's got like a foot on him. It's absurd.
Because he's Eddie Guerrero's kid, dude.
Eddie wasn't tall either, though. He was taller than Ray. But shut up. So, I think if this match actually happens, because if Ray is actually hurt, they're going to do some type of angle where someone runs in, maybe Lars Sullivan, because he's like probably going to come up the night after. But if Ray's hurt, Joe's going to wrestle. It doesn't matter how it happens. So either Ray gets attacked backstage beforehand by someone, and then it's someone else, or Joe just squashes him in 2 minutes.
Yeah. I think it's a Joe squash.
Yeah, I mean, which sucks for Ray, but Ray looks great.
You have to have something to put him over as a monster.
Ray looks great physically, but he's the same problem as last WWE run. He gets hurt all the time. Yeah. He looks physically as good as he ever has, but it's just when you're that age, it's going to happen. It sucks. I love Ray, dude, his matches on SmackDown recently with Andrade were fucking unbelievable. Yeah. And I'm sure him and Joe could work a fantastic program. But I think, are we all in agreement Joe wins this one?
Yeah.
100%. Okay.
He needs to.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, next match, the Intercontinental Championship. Bobby Lashley, champion, defending against the Demon, Finn Balor. The Demon is undefeated in pay-per-view appearances.
Fucking love the Demon.
The Demon
is
winning
wait
this.
To see this.
I love the Demon too, but why did when they showed him on Raw one day, he went, ah! I was like, what's up with the fucking stupid noises?
The creative team sucks.
I hope
it's with the fucking fake one from when he was with Wyatt.
His entrance is going to be so long, crawling down the famously long WrestleMania ramp.
I hope it's a half hour for him to get to that fucking ramp.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna need a nap.
The fucking song is going to loop.
Yeah, I love when the songs loops and you can just tell when it used to happen with Shawn Michaels' song all the time because it's only 2 minutes long and it just starts. I think I'm cute. It ends.
I want to see the Demon and the Undertaker with their long entrances.
Dude, the entrances will be 25 minutes and the match will be 3. Like the Rex count for the end of the match will be longer than the match itself, probably. So I mean, I think Finn's winning. He's got a lot of momentum. He's very over still. This is the right spot to let him go on a long run leading into a possible main event feud at SummerSlam. There's the brands are kind of changing. I think they're not going to have like Raw SmackDown anymore. It's kind of what it seems like.
It seems like they're going towards a unification again.
Well, yeah, I think that's going to happen. Yeah. I still think having the Universal and WWE titles is a good idea. I think having 2 main event titles is a good idea, just because when you get to a point where you can have the champions face each other, it feels bigger. You take away the big match potential having one title with so many superstars on the roster.
That's the whole thing. It's just the depth on the superstars.
The depth is
so
insane.
much.
I don't know if there's ever been a time with more talent at the bottom in WWE, but a matter of, that's why you need 2 belts. So in this one, I'm picking Finn Balor. I actually think this is going to be a really good match. I think that what's his name? Leo Rush is fantastic. I love him.
Oh, he's awesome.
I love him. He's so funny. I wish he still did the gimmick when he gets on the mic in the middle of the match. Lashley.
Yes.
I'm like, this guy's Jimmy Hart, dude, with athleticism.
He's kind of like a mix of Jimmy Hart and Bobby Heenan, because Heenan used to be able to take those bumps.
Dude, oh my God. I was watching some old wrestling the other day where Bobby Heenan got punched. He sold the fuck out of it.
Oh, he sells punches like a motherfucker.
When you watch these old WrestleManias, and you could see the drop off in commentary, this hits a fucking wall. When like the best ever is still Gorilla Monsoon, Bobby Heenan, Gorilla Monsoon, Jesse Ventura. See, and then for me, it's Jim Ross and anyone else, and then it's everyone below that significantly. I will say early on, Michael Cole wasn't bad when he was first on commentary because it was Paul Heyman. I just found this from my buddy Jeff told me this. I didn't know Paul Heyman was feeding him all the lines.
Oh,
him and Taz had a great chemistry together because they seemed like buddies. Now Cole is just irritating.
He's a corporate shill. That's why,
dude. This is my biggest complaint, and I think it was around WrestleMania 18-19 when this started. Everything is to sell something.
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
It really is.
Like everything's a nickname, the one and only. Like just call him what he is. Yeah. Like shut up or leave me alone.
I hate that they just lower everyone to like one name now. Fucking like
Ali.
Fucking Ali. Ali. He's not fucking Ali. There's only one fucking Ali.
They had to give Charlotte a second name so that she could be recognized as Ric Flair's daughter.
Yeah. No, it's even like fucking Andrade Cien Almas. He's just Andrade.
I don't mind that one as much. Ali sounds weird though. Like there's only one Ali ever. Like come on, let's be fair here.
If anything, put him as Mustafa.
Yeah, Mustafa rather. No, because then he's definitely stuck with the Muslim gimmick. Natalie said to us, Colucci sucks.
Okay.
Which is
I thought you were gonna say Josh come home.
Josh he said, please no, don't. Ralph commented, I'm at work so I can't listen, but the video is just Dan talking, Josh and Spooner trying to talk, and Dan talking over them. Sounds about right.
Pretty much.
That's not even a show thing. That's just hanging out with me.
That's life.
Because I'm louder and more obnoxious, and no offense, I'm wittier.
Well, at least I have hair on my stomach.
That's true. Oh, I still have hair. It's just it's missing right here. It's just if you not feel it, just touch it. Okay. How smooth it is. Do you want to feel this one?
No.
Okay, sorry. I'm looking at texts that people are sending me. What match are we on? We talk about Finn and Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
Okay, so in between, because this isn't a match, and I don't think they have it listed here. It's a segment. They've been really hyping up Elias, his performance, like crazy.
Mm-hmm. I cannot wait for this.
There's going to be an interruption. Who's it going to be?
The Undertaker.
Undertaker.
You think so?
Absolutely.
So I told Matt before. On my way home from work last night, I was driving past the stadium. There were it was the dress rehearsal for the lights.
Sure.
So the stadium was all lit up. Blue lights, white lights, goes dark.
Yeah.
Purple lights.
Yeah, of course. He's in New York. They know that for a fact. I think that's the right way to use Undertaker. I do not want to see him work a real match ever again.
Yeah.
You can't do it. That Saudi Arabia shit was offensive, upsetting, depressing.
Are you talking about the fact that they were there or the match itself?
The match itself. The match itself. Dude, like, Taker couldn't move. It's so difficult to watch.
Yeah.
It's
the only one that could move got hurt, and that was Triple H.
Shawn was the best one in the match, and he fucking hasn't wrestled in years, and he ripped off Kane's mask.
And his hair sucks.
And his hair, what hair? It stinks. And so I think the right spot to do, and Elias being, a young guy, to have a segment with the Undertaker is fantastic. It's awesome. Like, you're gonna have this big thing, and he's singing this song about how much New Jersey sucks. I agree. Yeah. And then
what song is he going to sing though?
I don't know, dude, but I hope he does The Shallow again.
Yes.
That shit was so funny with Finn Balor.
Awesome.
Well, I think it's going to be original, and I think they're going to let him go longer than usual. Yeah. And he's going to stop because everyone's booing him, and then he's going to start talking, and then lights go out, and you hear the gong. Undertaker takes 20 minutes to get in there. Elias tries getting some offense in. Big choke slam, tombstone, Undertaker leaves. That's the right way to use Taker now.
I'm fine
it's tough to get over, but if they try turning into a real match, that's bad. can't happen. But we're all in agreement it's probably going to be Undertaker. It's either Undertaker or if Cena isn't involved in the Angle Corbin thing, it's going to be Cena. It's those two.
Yeah.
Someone's interrupting him. I know Hulk Hogan is supposed to be there.
Yeah, I can't see Hogan doing it.
Dude, I need a Hogan entrance in my lifetime. Yes. I need to see one live. If they do it like WrestleMania, do it like WrestleMania 21, I think it was, when Eugene came out. Great idea for a character, Vince. The retarded guy. Good idea. Smart. Really safe. And then Muhammad Hassan. Great idea, Vince. A terrorist character after 9/11. Really smart. And they start beating up the slow guy. And then Hogan comes out all fat and beats him up. I would be. Which part is the problem?
No, I'm just
Hogan being fat.
No. I'm not belling you. I'm belling Vince.
Yeah, like, dude, I was
15
like,
years later.
I like picturing Vince pitching gimmicks. He's like, all right, I got an idea. Let's get a retard. Like, can you see that?
Oh, he was Bischoff's nephew or something.
Yeah, his nephew, right?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, here's the gimmick. Taliban.
Imagine being Eugene. You're like, all right, we're gonna call you up. We got this great gimmick for you. You're gonna be.
You have Down syndrome.
No. You're gonna be Bischoff's nephew.
Oh, that's kind of cool. He's a major character, a big figure.
But you're going to be mentally challenged.
You're going
to steal moves from all the wrestlers that you grew up watching.
Dude, like literally in a short window, Muhammad Hassan. Is that
worse than he's gonna puke?
No, that technically was for a documentary backstage. Yeah. The only other worst angle is the one that he pitched about the incest angle. Like, here's the gimmick. I fuck Stephanie. Or I blow Shane. Like, he had a gimmick where his wife was catatonic. Yeah, that's true. He made sure she get down on your knees and beg me like a dog. Like, thinking that he did that shit is so funny.
He literally had his employees kiss his ass on national television
and created a club.
Kiss my ass.
Where the hell is HR?
Life sucks, and then you die. Dude, there's so many Vince moments where he just says things, and when he's ringside and you hear him talking, Vince the McMahon, the person. Probably a scumbag, let's be fair. Yeah. Vince McMahon, Mr. McMahon, the character, the best. Yes. The fucking best. No one gets a reaction better to this day than him. He kills me.
And he still has the same theme song for 20 fucking years.
You said that to me a couple weeks ago. Yeah. But the truth is, it used to be the entire corporation's theme song. Yes. Shane came out at WrestleMania to that song.
And that all came from the 99 Rumble with Austin. Because he had no chance in hell
exactly.
winning it.
And it's still great theme music.
Oh,
all right.
Amazing.
Next match is AJ Styles versus Randy Orton. I am self-admittedly not a Randy Orton fan. I think this match is going to be awesome. I think they're going to kill it. So what do you think?
Orton I hate anything he does. He just absolutely bores me. I don't believe anything he says. I don't believe anything he do. The only thing he does great. He has a fantastic fucking power slam. Yeah. And outside of that, he just bores me.
He has a great snap suplex as well.
But it's just his character sucks.
There's some really creative moments with the RKO. The Seth Rollins one is still one of the best I've ever seen. The best one I've seen still is the Shelton Benjamin coming off the. Oh no, that was the Sweet Chin music that Shawn hit him
with. No, the pop up with Rollins.
Yeah, the pop up with Rollins is probably the best one. But I do think these two guys are gonna kill it. I think that they've never really worked together.
Styles is the best wrestler in the world.
And Orton has proven when he actually cares, he can put on a great match.
But he never cares.
Well, he cares. It depends on the opponent. Like, he had a great triple threat with Batista and Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania, did he not? The Seth Rollins match was great. He's had good matches, but at the same time, he had a killer. He had all these programs with John Cena, and they never had a single good match.
Yeah.
And but this one, I trust AJ Styles enough that he can make it work.
Yeah.
I think these two are going to kill it. I think it's going to be potential match of the night.
Who do you think is going to win?
AJ.
I'm hoping for AJ. Because I don't give a shit about Orton.
Yeah, I've never been an Orton
realistically, I think they always give fucking Orton the nod at Mania.
Sure, yeah.
I was just going to say, I think Orton's going to win because he wins every time I want him to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or when I think he's going to lose, like the Wyatt, you have a chance to fucking put over
like
Bray
the
Wyatt
Triple H bury job.
And he fucking buries him.
It's so funny. Some Triple H fans are like, oh, it's a myth that he buries people. It should always be true for the simple reason when he beat Booker T at WrestleMania.
Yes.
Some of the all-time bad going over decisions because Booker was so over. And they played a race angle that they'd never get away with now. Yeah. And the whole commentary, Jerry Lawler's, oh, he's a thug. He went to prison. I'm like, oh, shit.
And then Triple H is like, all right, we're going to have Booker T go over. I'm like, no, I lost to the Warrior, and he embarrassed me by fucking kicking out of the pedigree.
Oh, God. I do think if AJ doesn't win, it's not going to be clean. I don't
It
think
can't
I don't
be,
think
no.
Orton, if Orton wins clean, that'd be the most shocking thing.
Yeah.
But I do
It
think
wouldn't
that
surprise me though.
I do think these two are going to put on a, because AJ still hasn't had that, like he had a really good match with Shane. The Nakamura match was
The
underwhelming.
Jericho one was good.
It was good, but it was still not what we were expecting.
No.
Correct.
I think this is the right one because as much as we can say about Orton, he's been there enough that there's no jitters. There's nothing he has to worry about. And AJ is comfortable enough now. He's worked enough great matches that I think that these two are going to have. I don't know. I feel this chemistry with them. I think they're going to put on a really good match. Even wrestlers I don't like, I'll give them credit where credit's due. They can work really good programs. And I think in this one, I think they're going to have a really good match, and AJ ends up winning by submission, calf crusher.
Ooh.
I think so. Yeah. So
I want to see a Styles clash.
maybe you'll get one. All right. Triple H Batista, no holds barred, career threatening match. I'll let one of you guys take the floor first.
I don't care.
I love this bitching, complaining, arrogant. I'm better than
Batista.
Batista.
He's the
I
best when he's
fucking
like
love it.
this.
Like
Hollywood Batista's my favorite.
Oh my god, whining Batista. This could be my favorite Batista.
Dude,
He comes off like it's fucking amazing. I love that stupid ass promo that he had.
Hunter, kiss my ass. He's got the
I
nose
love
ring,
it.
the sunglasses,
Yeah.
the really obnoxious suits. He looks
Oh
great.
my god,
Um,
it's amazing. But like I said, Triple H has never beat him, so why not? Why
you
not beat
picking
him at Mania?
Triple H wins?
Yes,
Josh?
hands down.
Yeah, Triple H wins. Do you really think that Triple H is never going to wrestle another WrestleMania match?
No, of course
He
not.
lives for
He-
this.
He
he
put
needs
himself over Brock Lesnar at fucking Mania.
He put himself
The
over
last-
Sting at WrestleMania.
Yes.
Like, and that was the one where you were like, Sting's gonna win. I'm like, dude, I don't know. I don't trust
I
Hunter.
was 100% convinced Sting was. Gonna
I was
win.
the one saying, I don't know, I don't trust him. Like, I don't like it's Triple H, is what he does, and it's Vince, and it's a WCW holdout.
Only way.
No shot.
Yeah.
Only way I see Batista winning is Ric Flair shows up and double crosses Triple H.
That would be cool. That
And
would
it was
be
a whole
interesting.
thing between him and Batista.
That would actually be
So-
interesting. Ric Flair comes out of retirement.
Yeah, 70 years young,
well-
17-time
Well, I
world
think
champion.
the smart thing they did with this match is you had to give it a gimmick. It had to be no holds barred because when
Yes.
Batista came back last time, he blew up instantly because he
Yes.
was gassed out. He hadn't wrestled in years. It's going to be a violent match. There's probably going to be some blood. You don't get that very often. This is the right spot to do it.
Triple H doesn't do regular matches at Mania.
No,
anymore.
but he does these matches. His most underrated WrestleMania match, and people always talk about his last two matches with Undertaker at WrestleMania. Their first match at WrestleMania 17
Yeah.
with the street
Oh,
fight
that was fucking
that's a
phenomenal.
great match. That's their best WrestleMania, one of Taker's best WrestleMania matches. And this is the kind of one I think these two trust each other enough. I think there'll be some really cool spots. It allows them to not blow up as easily. It allows Triple H not to worry about his torn, what did he tear his pec last time in Saudi Arabia. It allows that. I do think this will be a really fun match. I think the crowd's gonna be heavily invested.
Yeah.
But will Triple H please stop coming out to King of Kings? I want the game. That's the music I like.
Yeah.
Maybe he does
Well,
like the entrance where he
so-
comes out to King of Kings,
the
and then
King
when he
of
comes
Kings,
down,
I've noticed over the last couple of years, King of Kings is when he comes out
corporate
when
Triple
he's
H.
when he's the
Yeah.
authority
Yes.
figure. But he always comes out to the game when he wrestles.
Yes.
Well, he's even done a few where he first he
is the
appeared.
game only when he wrestles.
But he's done a few WrestleMania entries where he appears first under King of Kings, and then when he comes down to the ring,
Yes.
it's the game.
Yeah.
The worst decision they ever made at WrestleMania is when Drowning Pool did their version of the game
That
live.
was awful.
Yeah.
That was pretty rough. And even like when Motorhead did it live, Lemmy's like changing the lyrics and stuff. Like I'm like,
He
it's
just
all
doesn't remember them.
yeah, exactly. So I think this will be a fun match. Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre. This is another one I think will end up being pretty good. They've actually done
I
some
think this is
really
gonna
good
be a very
stuff
good match.
recently.
Yeah.
Roman's going over.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
God,
100%.
right? Like
Imagine if he didn't.
shock me.
Yeah.
Shock me.
Yeah.
I'm not even a big Drew fan, but he's been impressive since he came back
Yeah.
for sure. I mean, to
Definitely.
change the way he changed his physique naturally is really amazing because he was always a flabby dude. He was built like Big Cass forever, right?
Yeah.
Like, and
Yeah, that's true.
he's
Now
got a great move set, physicality. Him and Roman should be able to work together. I think Roman's gonna be highly motivated to show he can still go on the
Yes.
biggest of stages. So I'm taking Roman for sure, right? I don't
Oh,
think we need to
definitely.
spend much time on this
Yeah.
match, right? Okay, his entrance will be longer than the match itself.
I obviously I think Roman's going to win, but I would like to see them not basically put him through an underdog phase
Mhm.
because that'll get people to turn on him quicker. But if he loses this match and he's trying to find his way, back into being
Sure.
the big dog,
Mhm. Yeah, that makes sense.
You know,
where
keep the fans on his side a little bit.
Yeah, where instead of him just the beat up, come back, win, the classic John Cena, Hulk Hogan, rinse and repeat formula. Yeah, I got you. WWE Championship, Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston. Very excited for this one. Really cool to see Kofi get. I was just watching Kofi's first WrestleMania match last night, Money in the Bank, when CM Punk won his second in a row. Really cool to see Kofi getting it. I like Kofi a lot. He is one of the true good guys in the business. Have you ever heard anything bad about Kofi besides Randy Orton being an asshole? No. And he
was the nicest guy. When
he loved talking to everyone. He seemed he wasn't just going through the motion, signing stuff. He actually listened when you talked to him. Yeah. Had his kids with him, and he's having his kids talk to you.
Yeah.
I love Daniel Bryan too. The small programs they've worked in the gauntlet match and the elimination chamber, incredible.
That elimination chamber, I can remember last time I was literally on the edge of my seat, fucking watching that. Like,
I think Kofi knows this is his chance, win or lose, to make an impression. Because the truth is, with a WrestleMania moment, it doesn't matter if you win or lose. The impression is, Shawn Michaels is Mr. WrestleMania, and he's a losing record at WrestleMania because you remember the moments. Yeah. And I think this is one I'm a little tough. I think Kofi's going to win. Yeah. I'm not confident. But I was thinking Daniel Bryan forever, but then Lance Storm on his podcast brought up a great point about this. They're going to Saudi Arabia in a few months, right? Mm-hmm. Daniel Bryan refuses to work Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
You want to bring the WWE title to Saudi Arabia, correct?
Yeah.
And Kofi will do anything for the company because he is a professional. Mm-hmm. And I don't fault Daniel Bryan for sticking to his guns. I respect it tremendously, actually. The few people that will him and Cena is doing it for movie purposes because he can't get involved in that.
Yes.
But Daniel Bryan doing that, respect. You stuck to your guns and you didn't go on some smear campaign to the media. No. You just stuck to your guns and stayed home.
Yeah.
I think Kofi wins. I really don't know because the major titles, I can't see all three baby faces winning. Becky, Seth, and Kofi. So
what makes you think Seth is going to win?
Well, that's where we're going to get to in a second. Exactly. So I think Kofi wins. I think it would be a really, really cool moment.
I think Kofi wins because Vince has got a unique opportunity here to finally turn around the stigma that he's never had an African-American.
Yeah, 100% African-American.
Yeah, because even Booker T said, I know The Rock is a minority, but, he's not black.
And Kofi has been the company guy for 11 years.
Consummate professional.
Always there, always.
Never really hurt.
No.
Does the craziest spots.
Yeah, he's the Royal Rumble
He's spots. The highlight at Royal Rumble almost every year.
Yeah.
And he's engaging. He doesn't have bad matches. He might botch here and there because of how athletic he is, but he's great.
Yeah.
And the New Day is one of the most over tag team stables, whatever you want to call them. I think that Kofi wins ultimately, and I think within a week the New Day turns on him.
I don't think so.
I think the New Day turns on him. You got to change up the flavor, man. You got to change up the flavor. You let him work. Maybe it's more than a week after the Daniel Bryan program because Daniel Bryan will get a rematch, at Payback or whatever. Then maybe you do it within one or two pay-per-views after WrestleMania. New Day turns on him. I think that's the right way to do it too, because I love the New Day, and it's not like they lost any steam. The people still love them, but I want to see them try and push things a little bit because
the fact that their gimmick has lasted this long,
it's incredible. It doesn't happen it does not happen like that anymore. It does not. So I'm gonna go with Kofi, and the New Day turns on him within a month. I'll say.
I want Kofi to win. I would love it. Kofi's been one of my favorites.
Listen, I love Daniel Bryan too, and Daniel Bryan's gimmick now is incredible.
God. That fucking title is amazing. Dude, when I first saw that, I'm
the Titantron with the recycling logo is my new favorite thing. I had a previous one. It was Luke Harper's entrance, and it was just wood. It was just like wood. It was like a fence. And then I saw when Rowan came out, and the Rowan is the. You didn't even. I said the sentence. You're like, oh my god,
amazing.
I was
and
so
now
happy.
Daniel Bryan comes out with just the recycling logo.
It's brilliant, and he's worked. His promos have been great, and the reason it works is because this is stuff he actually believes. And you just amp it up a little bit. You put a little color on it.
Yeah.
He had one of his best backstage moments was the day after the Rumble
when he threw the hot dog at the fan.
No, that
was that what he called the guy impotent?
Yes. I'm fickle.
No.
So one of the, I think it was Charlie Caruso, whatever, runs into him backstage, and she's talking about
Charlie Caruso. She's a nice lady. She's smart.
She's very friendly.
Yeah. So
hopefully
they're like,
handsome too.
do you want to verse Seth Rollins? And he goes, I don't even want to talk about Seth Rollins. He's talking about all this burn it down. He goes, you know how bad that is for the environment?
Yeah.
He's like, letting off, like you're destroying forests and sending off all this, was it carbon dioxide into the air, polluting this world.
What are your thoughts on greenhouse gases, Matt? 500 words, go.
Fuck them.
Times 500. All right, so what do you think?
I love it.
Do you think Kofi's going to win?
I want Kofi to win.
What do you think? Who do you think is going to win?
Kofi.
I think Kofi's going to win.
Okay. All right. The next match, the Universal Championship, Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins. Oh, this is actually the biggest coin flip of the night for me.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead, please.
I was gonna say, before Seth won the Rumble, I'm like, Seth is gonna win the Rumble, win the title at Mania. As it gets closer and closer, and then after that segment on Raw with him going over,
yes,
looking strong and stuff, I'm starting to lean more towards Brock, but
I've been firmly in the idea that Brock is not losing this match since they brawled after the Royal Rumble. Because why not? Yeah. Why the fuck not? Every time, Brock's going to be leaving, and then you hear, Brock might have signed another short-term contract.
He's so good. I have to, like, one thing you have to respect about Brock is he knows how to fucking milk the cow until it's dry. Like, dude, he's a brilliant businessman.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
I was convinced Seth was going to win, but I do wonder how injured his back is, and how comfortable Vince will be putting out on the title on a guy that may have an injury and has an injury history. Now, I'm going to go with Seth. I think Seth is going to win because the fact that we're even discussing it, like maybe Brock wins, which wasn't even the discussion last year, that I think Seth was going to win, and I really hope they do this. Next night, have Roman turn on him. Now's the time with the sympathy from the leukemia and leukemia.
Or
he misses.
He misses the spear. Goes to turn on.
What is there? Okay,
so I think if Rollins wins, he's going to get help from the Shield, and then I can see.
I don't think Dean's coming out at all.
I think then if
Dean
Roman,
should have been an indie event last night.
If Roman turns, he does it at Mania, and then the next night be like, I've proven I couldn't beat Brock Lesnar, but I know I can beat Seth Rollins.
Okay,
that's my my way to my title.
Ride this out with me here.
Yeah.
So Brock is kicking the shit out of Seth. Roman comes out to help him.
And cashes in.
Roman turns on Seth in the match and costs him the title.
Ooh.
And then because there's rumors about Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar splitting up, put Heyman with Roman.
Yeah, I've heard Roman also teaming up with the Usos and being a heel.
That's racist, just because they're Samoan. And like why is every Samoan related? I need to know what kind of incestual shit's happening over there. Was it worth ringing the bell?
Yes.
Yeah, please. I'm gonna get in trouble for that one. I do think Seth is gonna win though. I think that
I think so too.
I just think that this is as over as he's been since he won the last time when Dean cashed in, when he came back from injury or whatever, and then he won it, and then Dean immediately cashed in. I think he wins, but I do think that there's going to be some type of angle with Roman Reigns here. Yeah. I think if there was ever a time that the ingredients are right to turn a Roman heel more than ever, it's now, because Roman's openly talked in public for the first time about wanting to show more of his real personality and his character, and they're kind of going that way, it seems, with their changes. They're trying. And he's like, you know what? Changes. I say changes because I never trust anything the McMahons tell me, because I've learned enough over the last 25 years of watching wrestling to be that fucking stupid. But now is the time.
I can see it also be like, you know what? It's like I finally reached the pinnacle, finally got that fucking Universal title, and then it gets taken from me. You go, you know what? Fuck everybody, fuck my friends.
I'm in it for me. I'm in it for me.
He's like, I need to be It's a good time to do that.
Yeah,
but I also
the next night on Raw, if you want to have the biggest impact,
Seth
win. Have Seth win, and then they're celebrating, and at the end of the night, Roman just beats the hell out of him. That's how you that's what I expect.
Yeah.
That's what I expect. And I always say, like, I don't want
what I expect. In front of that crowd that hates Roman.
It's not, so I will say it's not what I expect to happen, but that's where I think it should go.
Yeah. Well, never
like fantasy booking.
People really are getting tired of not having a Universal Champion.
Absolutely.
You need somebody there, but you need him to have a program. So if Rollins beats Lesnar, who challenges him? Unless
Yeah.
you have McIntyre.
McIntyre
go
would be
over-
the next one.
Yeah, unless you have McIntyre go over.
Yeah,
Reigns.
because I think this McIntyre and Reigns program is a one-off. Like this will be
Yes,
it. They're not
I
going to
agree.
go to
I agree.
payback or
Nope.
anything.
It's
I
gonna
would
be
be
a one-off.
surprised. I would be actually disappointed if they did that because it is such the predictable.
Yeah.
But that's actually what I should be expecting because I've fallen for this shit too many times. So I'm going to pick Seth Rollins to beat Brock Lesnar and win the Universal title.
Yes, me too.
Josh,
Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar. Yeah, I mean it's a real coin flip. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Brock and fighting in the UFC. If he loses, I think that it's 100% that he's fighting Cormier this summer, right? Fair?
It has to, yeah.
Fair?
He has to fight.
He's going to get his
sometime
ass
this year.
whooped by Cormier.
Yeah.
Like, destructed. Like, horrible. Worse than what Cain Velasquez did to him. 1,000%. All right, and now we go to the main event. Winner takes all for the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships. Raw Women's Champion Ronda Rousey against SmackDown Women's Champion Charlotte Flair against the man, Becky Lynch. Are we all in agreement here?
It has to be Becky. If you want
Becky.
to shoot somebody
It's
to the
Becky.
fucking moon, you fucking have her win both titles, you unify the women belt,
Yeah.
and then just fucking dominate the
Absolutely.
division.
It's Becky.
It has to be.
The fact
It
that
fucking has
she's
to
the
be.
one they're sending it. She was on Boomer and Geo yesterday.
Yeah.
She's the one on all the programs. She's the one. This is who Vince sees as the person that's going to propel them in this division.
Yes.
100%.
Going forward, yes.
It's just a matter of how they were. I think the match is going to be great. I trust Charlotte Flair with everything. I've said for years now she is one of the most consistent performers in the WWE, man or woman.
Yep.
100%. And Ronda has been one of the best rookies you've ever seen in wrestling for the first year.
She's a little raw,
But I mean, in ring, she has the bad matches she's had where I don't pin on her.
Yeah.
She's had almost every good pay-per-view match that she's been in.
True.
And I think that her and Charlotte's match was one of my favorite last year. They kicked the shit out of each other.
That was fucking crazy.
I think Becky is going to go over big. I think that she'll probably take some big spot where they both put her through a table, comes back late, the classic formula where you don't think she has it. Question is, who does she tap out? Ronda,
Charlotte.
right? Ronda?
Yeah.
I guess Charlotte would be the
That's
right
why
one because you don't want
Charlotte's there.
Ronda to look weak for whenever she does come back, if she does go away. I think they've built this program incredibly well. I was dying on Monday with the whole kicking the shit out of each
my
other
God,
thing.
yes.
With the
That
Benny
was
Hill
awesome.
music was one of the funniest things I've seen. They're invested. I think you were getting Joan Jett doing Bad Reputation live at Mania, which is
That's
really
cool.
cool. WWE is making a massive mistake if they don't have Becky Lynch come out to The Man Comes Around by Johnny Cash. Like, that's how it should be, like her coming out. That's dude.
I think they make a big mistake if they don't have her fucking go over.
I would be shocked if she doesn't go over. I mean, if we're talking technically speaking, the most deserving person is Charlotte, just from every standpoint as far as in-ring ability, what she does. But from an over standpoint and connecting with the crowd and being the number one merch seller in the company, it's got to be Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
And she's the man.
I don't see the problem I'm having here, this conundrum, is that I just picked all three baby faces to win the main titles.
Same.
When's the last time that happened on a WrestleMania?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But look at our Rumble podcast. We predicted Rollins and Becky. Those were the two most obvious.
Yeah.
So they're as much as people will now fucking complain. Oh, you're being too predictable.
Sure.
This and that. This is what everyone fucking wants. And they're giving us what we want.
Yeah.
They're gonna throw curveballs, of course. But if those three win, I'm gonna be fucking satisfied.
Yeah, honestly,
So-
I'm always satisfied if you just give me a good match. I'm not one of these people now that, like, if they win or if my favorites win or lose, I'm angry.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just depends on the fashion in which it happens. But give me a good match. That's all I asked for. Surprise me a little bit. If Daniel and Bryan, if Daniel Bryan and Kofi tear the house down in like
I can't wait
5-star
for that.
match and Daniel Bryan wins, I'm not mad. How can I be mad? They just because my
Proof they're
favorite guy
racist,
didn't
but-
win. Yeah, it's proof that they're racist. I absolutely wouldn't be sitting there angry about it. Why would I? So, all right. So now we got our predictions out of the way. I got some WrestleMania trivia for you boys. Okay, so we're gonna play this.
I'm not as good as the Rumble trivia.
Okay, so we're gonna just take guesses if you don't know.
Okay.
I just realized you could see right through here if I go the answers. Want you to raise your hand, whoever knows the answer first. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm gonna keep a tally of who the winner is. Okay, so
But you can't count.
that's why I'm just putting marks. Matt and Josh. Okay, so we'll start out. The first question. If you guys know the answers, you could type them in, please. At WrestleMania 3, who did Hulk Hogan keep? Who did Hulk Hogan beat to keep his WWE Championship? Matt.
Andre the Giant.
Okay, that's one for Matthew. All right. Next question. At WrestleMania 17, Shane McMahon took on Vince McMahon in a street fight. Who was the special guest referee?
Mick Foley.
Correct. 2-0.
You suck, Josh.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
I have a commanding lead.
At
2-0.
WrestleMania 6, Big Boss Man beat Akeem the African Dream. But who was Akeem's manager?
Slick.
That's 3-0.
The Doctor of
Jesus.
Style.
I actually knew that.
That was
one,
when
but
the Twin Towers first exploded.
Who won? who won the first?
Ah.
Yeah. What did he say? I didn't even hear what he
He
said.
said that's when the Twin Towers first exploded.
Oh, that's not offensive. Was that after the original World Trade Center bombing or before?
No, it was before.
Okay,
was
he's
before.
right then. Who won the first ever WrestleMania match, and who did they beat? Matt,
Tito Santana, and he beat the Executioner.
your high school wrestling coach,
Yes.
the Executioner. So that's 4-0. Josh.
Who, by the way, I saw in the Franklin
I
Shop
told
right
you,
other
the
day.
older stuff he's going to
Did you
know a
kiss
lot
him?
more than me.
I know.
Yeah, you need to brush up on your history, jerk.
You're better with probably the newer stuff. There's a time.
No, ruthless aggression he's good with.
Yeah.
Which I don't worry, I have some stuff in here.
Like the Cena or an era, I'm not good with.
Yeah.
That's when, you know.
I'm good with that stuff.
Let's see. Okay. What was the first ever steel cage match at WrestleMania, and who was in it?
Wait, so do you want to know what WrestleMania?
Yeah, what WrestleMania and who was in it?
WrestleMania 2, and it was Hogan and Bundy.
Correct. So it's 5-0 Matthew. All right. At WrestleMania 23,
Okay.
the ECW Originals beat the New Breed. Who was in the ECW Originals? Raise your hand.
Sorry.
Josh?
Tommy Dreamer,
Correct. That's one.
Rob Van Dam,
Correct.
and Sabu.
There's one more.
There's one more. Sandman.
Correct. All right. Josh is on the board. Not a shutout anymore. All right. Who won the very first Money in the Bank ladder match? Josh.
Fuck, I forgot.
Josh, I'll give you 3 seconds to come up with it.
Mr. Kennedy.
Nope.
Edge.
Yes. The ultimate opportunist. Cash in on Cena. Come on. You knew that.
I thought
Mr. Kennedy didn't win for 2 more years.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kennedy. All right. The Hardy Boys made their return at WrestleMania 33 and won the tag team titles in a ladder match. Who came into that match as tag team champions?
Oh, shit.
Festus and fucking his little buddy.
Gallows and Anderson. I'll
Yeah.
give it to you. I'll accept it.
I would have guessed the bar.
Nope.
I couldn't remember that shit. Festus. The Good Brothers.
Yep. All right.
What's the
How? It is 6-2.
score? Damn, he's coming back.
Okay. Next question. How many casket matches has the Undertaker competed in at WrestleMania?
1.
And who was the opponent?
Mark Henry.
You get 2 points for that. Good.
Oh, fuck you.
No, dude. I put it on the last second, so now it's 6-4. We have a competition,
shit.
children.
Bullshit.
Who is the only superstar to cash in Money in the Bank at WrestleMania? Josh.
Seth Rollins.
Oh my goodness. So it's 6-5. Here we go.
This is getting ridiculous.
What is the shortest match in WrestleMania history?
The Rock versus Rowan.
Correct.
Oh,
WrestleMania
shit.
32.
You're there. Yeah.
Nice little trick question.
Yes.
Okay, then the next question is, what is the longest match in WrestleMania history? Josh.
Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart Iron Man match.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right, so it's 7-6. This is getting interesting. Which superstar said the following at WrestleMania 8? Do unto the man as he would do unto you, but do it first. Go.
Bobby Heenan.
Incorrect. Do you have a guess?
WrestleMania 8. No, I don't.
The answer is Sid Justice.
Oh, I wouldn't have guessed that. I would have said Mr.
You should have
Perfect.
just told by how dumb of a quote it is that it's you're half the man that I am, and I have half the brains that you do. All right, next question. What is the Undertaker's current WrestleMania record? Matt.
24-2.
Correct. All right, next question. What was the first WrestleMania main event to feature 2 wrestlers using their real names? Ooh, a little bit of dead air here. I can give you an idea of when it was. It was between WrestleMania 16 and WrestleMania 22. I'll give you an idea on the era it was. Think about WrestleMania. Go.
Kurt Angle and Brock
Correct.
Lesnar.
Correct. That's a tough one.
Yeah, that was really tough.
What future WWE
Like
Hall
Savage is not.
Are you
Randy's real
interrupting me,
last-
cocksucker? Shut the fuck up!
Like Savage is not Randy's real
I'm
last
going to
name.
disconnect your mic. You interrupt me again. You just lost a point, in fact.
Oh, fuck
Yep,
you.
you lost a point. So now
What's
it's
the score?
back. Now it's back to being 5-6. You interrupt me again, you're going to lose more points. Next time I'm taking 2. This is my game. Shut up. I put the questions together. You speak when spoken to. Sorry. What future WWE Hall of Famer drove Honky Tonk Man's pink Cadillac at WrestleMania 6? Matthew.
DDP.
Correct. You got your point back, stupid. So now it is 9-6. Who was the first person to win a title by submission in the main event at WrestleMania?
Bret Hart.
Incorrect.
Shit. Give me a second.
I'm going to give you 5 seconds starting now. You have an answer? I gave you 5 seconds. Now I give you 10. Come up with an answer. Dead air.
Kurt Angle.
Incorrect. Chris Benoit, WrestleMania 20. Later submitted his entire family. Okay. Only one WrestleMania has ever not taken place on a Sunday. Which WrestleMania and what day did it take place? It's a 2-part question.
WrestleMania 2, and I believe it was on a Tuesday.
Incorrect. I can't give you any points because it was a 2-part question. It was WrestleMania 2. Josh, you want to take a guess on the day, and I'll give each of you a point in that case. Pick a day.
Friday.
Incorrect. It was Monday. Neither of you get a point. No one, still to this day, no one has ever commented on why it was on a Monday, which is hilarious.
Like some of the old SummerSlams were on Mondays.
By the way, your wife said, "Don't come home. You should be ashamed." I agree, but I don't want to. You can't. You don't have to go home, but please, for the love of God, don't stay here.
What did Nick Marzella say underneath that?
He said, "Eat shit, Josh."
No, he said something underneath.
How do you get that wrong? I don't know which question he's talking about though. All right, next question. There's only been one WrestleMania ever that only featured one singles match. Which WrestleMania and what was the match? I knew you guys wouldn't get this one. But
I know the one that had no.
This is one of my
singles matches.
This is one of my favorite little tidbits of WrestleMania because it's one of the worst WrestleManias ever too. It had like 2 good matches and the rest were dog shit. Any guesses? Children?
I'll go WrestleMania 15 and The Rock and Stone Cold.
Incorrect. The correct answer is WrestleMania 2000.
No, that had no
the
singles
Cat
matches.
versus Terry
Fuck.
was a singles match.
It was shit. Oh no, it had no gimmick match.
Correct.
That's
All right,
what it was.
Next question. Only one superstar has ever appeared at WrestleMania events under 4 different personas. Who was it and what were the personas? Josh.
Mick Foley, Mankind, Cactus Jack, and Dude Love.
Wrong.
That is incorrect. Go.
So Papa Shango, Kama Mustafa, The Godfather, and The Good Father.
Correct. Charles Wright appeared under WrestleManias as Papa Shango, missing his spot in the match.
Yes.
Kama, The Godfather, and The Good
And he
Father.
almost missed a spot again as
Yep.
Kama.
All right. Only one. Oh, wait, you got a point for that. My bad.
Yes.
You have 10 now. All right. There's only been. Oh, wait, that's not the right question. Only one WrestleMania didn't feature a single title match. Which WrestleMania?
WrestleMania 1.
Correct. You have to raise your hand, but I'm going to give you the point anyway.
Wait.
WrestleMania 1 did not have a single title match on it.
Yes, it did.
No, it did not.
The tag titles.
They weren't defended.
Yes, they were.
No, they weren't.
Look it up.
You look it up.
Look it up.
It's my show. I'm giving the answers. I make the answers as I see them.
Tag titles.
I'm telling you, then someone gave me wrong information.
The
My
main
WWE
event,
source.
It's the first one that the main
I
event.
meant, you know what? I wrote it wrong. It's my bad. Singles title match. Excuse me. I meant to
All
put
right.
singles title match, but Josh got it. That's my mistake. I apologize, but not really.
No, you should get
All right. Now he gets the point. Sorry. It's not my fault. Oh, it says feature a singles title match. I wrote. Yeah, my bad. Okay.
Not a single title.
What is the shortest WrestleMania main event match?
Hogan versus Yokozuna.
That is correct. And that is a point for you. You have 11 to Josh's 8. And Josh, you're almost running out of time here. You need to go on a rally, okay?
Okay.
How many questions left?
There are 4. Okay. There's only been one WrestleMania where no titles changed hands. Which WrestleMania? It was somewhat recent. I know for a fact because we watched it at your house, Josh. Go.
WrestleMania 28.
Incorrect.
WrestleMania 27.
Correct. It was The Miz beating John
That's right,
Cena.
Yes.
So
I'm thinking up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. All right. Who has won the most world titles at WrestleMania?
Triple H.
Incorrect.
Ooh, that's what I would guess. Hulk Hogan.
Incorrect. The correct answer is someone you can't see.
John Cena.
John Cena with 4. Only 2 superstars have competed in
Superstars.
two superstars. Superstars. I'm a stupid host. Only 2 superstars have ever competed in 2 WrestleMania matches in consecutive WrestleManias. Double duty, back-to-back WrestleManias. Who are they?
Shit.
Oh, yeah, I knew you guys wouldn't get this one. I actually knew this.
Oh,
Go.
Yokozuna.
And I said 2 superstars.
Oh.
That's one of them. If Josh gets the other, then he wins.
What?
The point. Yeah, because now we could say Yokozuna and
Hulk Hogan.
incorrect.
Bret Hart.
Nope. Cesaro worked double duty tag match with Titus Kid, and then did the Battle Royal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yep.
Wait, in consecutive
WrestleManias. He did it in 2 different WrestleManias, tag
So-
matches, and then the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Yep.
Fuck.
All right. Last question.
That's right. He did. Yeah.
WrestleMania has spanned across 4 decades. Only one superstar has appeared at least one WrestleMania in all 4 decades. Who is it?
Shawn Michaels.
That is correct. The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, and the winner, defending champion of my trivia stuff, is Matthew Spooner. A very impressive defense of your title. You weren't competing against anyone last time. I just
This is
wanted to
true.
test you, and you
Yeah.
aced. You got every fucking question right, like an asshole.
No.
What?
Hogan. Well, both of them.
Hogan hasn't wrestled in this decade.
Oh, wrestled. I was
Yes,
just saying
correct.
appeared.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct. So very good job, Matt. Matt, do you have any thoughts on your match or your
My match?
fight tonight and how you did?
I need to start getting some more friends and
We hope you do, genuinely.
like getting a life or
Yeah.
something because clearly
I need to
don't
get
have
some.
one.
Like I love you, man. I need to get some fucking friends. So
Clearly,
Brad
if I'm
Dude's
winning these fucking
Brad
contests,
Dude's comments. John Michaels
John
and
Michaels.
Doink the Clown. All right, so I think we're done, right? That was all our WrestleMania stuff. Anything else you guys want to say?
No.
That's it. How long did we go for? I wonder.
I'll find out in a second here.
All right, so that's all for our WrestleMania Extravaganza Superstar Personality Shit Dick. And this was You Watch I Listen. We'll be at WrestleMania tomorrow. This will be live on our SoundCloud,
Some of us
iTunes. What?
Some of us will.
Josh will not be.
Nope.
He'll be home eating.
I'm gonna make some fried hot dogs.
Yeah. How's your hypertension doing?
Shut up.
Peace.
Turn it off.
Now it's in that awkward stage.